Hello, and welcome to an episode of Todd Talks. When Todd talks, people listen. But what is a man who listens? Hopefully. So, yes, today we are talking about the death battle that just happened between Ganondorf and Dracula. First off, thank you, all of you who listened to my preview video, getting me next close to 400. We've had a good run recently of my preview videos, and I really appreciate that. And my reaction video for Sasuke Hiei was really good, so thank you for that. And I'm hoping you'll do the same here, so be sure to share this around. Unfortunately, I lost for now the third time this season. And I mean, I'm fine with it, but it does hurt that I really thought that Ganon had this because, yes, Dracula, Lord of Darkness, entity of chaos, and ruler of Castlevania, defeated the embodiment of demise in actually a really fun and intense death battle. I really appreciate them doing this. The battle was not just 3D via the Source engine, but just really well done graphically, showing off the expressions of the characters, and I really had a lot of fun with this. So where did I go wrong? Well, ironically enough, a lot of you fans who listened to my preview video went deeper into Dracula than I did and realized that demonic Megiddo was a holy attack, and I didn't read that in the Castlevania wiki I found. I thought it was the way I read it was that it was attached to a certain monster in Castlevania, not Dracula. I know Dracula had demonic Megiddo, but the one that I saw was for a player attack, and I thought that that was two different things. So, and even Death Battle admitted that while demonic Megiddo was a holy attack, it wasn't the only way that Dracula could win. The other problem was Soul Steal, which a lot of us were debating whether that was a weapon that Dracula could use against Ganon because he hasn't used it against the Belmonts, or at least not that we've found. Me and the other Ganon people. You know, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's the finest details that have the biggest impacts on the battle. Like, for example, at the end of the battle, if you remember, they talked about the differences between the Triforce of Power and the Chaotic Realm, likening it to the power of batteries, which I thought was a really great way of thinking about it. And they noted that in two different times periods with Ganon, the Triforce of Power has been overpowered. And obviously, since he's lost to both Link and Zelda in the past, it's not an end-all be-all of invincibility or invulnerability. Meanwhile, Dracula has the power of an entire universe of a dark god fueling him, and even though Ganon, who I forgot via Twilight Princess, had the Sword of the Seven Sages, which is a holy weapon, just because you have that weapon doesn't mean it's that easy to kill Dracula, because just like Link needing multiple stabs to kill Ganon, the Belmonts with their vampire killer holy weapon, they needed multiple strikes to kill Dracula. Now, I was right in one thing that some people gave me flack over, and I said that in certain games, Dracula keeps his head vulnerable, which was stated in the death battle, so point for Todd. But they also noted that just because it makes him slightly weaker, he can revive from decapitation, which they epically showed in the death battle. Seriously, this death battle was really fun to watch. I mean, I was a little uncertain, and there were some slightly wonky elements, but this is like their first time really going full force in the Source engine. So if they decide to do this engine and Unreal and sprites, we're gonna have a very epic season 7 with a whole bunch of fights going on. So in the end, yes, I'm sad that Ganon lost because I didn't pick Ganon the first time when I should have, because I forgot the most basic principle of Ganon, which is he can only be killed by holy weapons. And I knew Dracula was powerful. I acknowledged that in my preview, stating that these two were very evenly matched. And Death Battle said that they were as well in many ways. But in the end, I guess Dracula just had that extra power, that extra abilities, and just the guile to stick it to Ganon. And dear gosh, that ending with "You're not a man, you're a pig. Let me hear you squeal." And then they go to his hand, and they show like the electricity flowing. I'm like, oh, the Triforce is gonna come back, and it's like, no, no, it's not. So yeah. All right, so for the record, that's not my third loss of the season because I picked Ben 10 over Green Lantern. I picked Dragon Zord over Mechagodzilla. That was a biased fight, so I knew I was probably gonna lose that one. And then I picked Ganon over Dracula. I've gotta get back on the winning. And remember, I did an abstention with the Mega Man Battle Royale because I knew I probably missed something between those 5 characters. So my record is still solid. I'm still in the win column, but it's not as good as I want it to be. So I got to do better on this next death battle, which is actually a problem because the next death battle is a anime battle between two franchises I've never watched. It's Mob from Mob Psycho 100 and Tatsumaki from Street Fighter. Now I don't know how they're gonna. Oh, Tatsumaki from One Punch Man. Right. Totally knew that. So, yes, it is the arrival of Mob Psycho 100 and One Punch Man in Death Battle. I actually have seen this matchup requested a few times, but I know nothing. I literally looked up Tatsumaki because I didn't even know what anime she was. I only knew Mob because I've seen Mob on my Twitter feed and people talking about it and like praising it and whatnot, right? So I've got nothing in these animes. I mean, I knew Naruto, so I mean, I had like a small connection to Sasuke, and I knew Yu Yu Hakusho, but I forgot about Hiei, so that was like a lesser thing. This is complete blank slate. I know nothing about these characters, so I will do my best to dive into the insanity of it all and try and deliver a winner in a few weeks. So, with that, I'm ending this episode of Todd Talk. What did you think of Ganondorf versus Dracula? Were you happy with the result? Did you like the epic boss battle that we got? And what do you think of these new franchises finally arriving in Death Battle? Let me know in the comments below. So, I thank you for watching. If you made this far, I know you were listening, and I'll see you around.